For the engineering a wolf catching machine activity, it goes along with two engineering standards. The first one is define a simple design problem reflecting a need or a want that includes specified criteria for success and constraints on materials, time, or cost. So here, our need or our want is to catch the wolf, and the constraint is materials. They're only limited to certain materials. And then the other standard engineering standard that it follows is generate and compare multiple possible solutions to a problem based on how well each is likely to meet the criteria and constraints of the problem. Because they'll see other people's designs and they'll compare them. Well, which one works better? Which one's going to be more successful? The objective is students will be able to construct a model using two or more simple machines. And then the materials they can use craft sticks, cardboard, which really the cardboard is just so they can build their machine on, so that way I can pick it up and put it somewhere if they're not finished with it for that day, and we can come back to it tomorrow. Foam trays, yarn, cardboard tubes, tape, glue, paper, plastic cups, straws, rulers just for measuring, scissors just for cutting, tin foil, rubber bands, and then so for day one, we'll review the different types of simple machines. So we've already had our unit. This is kind of like a ending activity, I guess, for your simple machines unit. So we'll review those different types, the 6 different types. Then I have a worksheet. I don't have it with me, but I have a worksheet that has the 3 little pigs, and it goes along with the 3 little pigs and the scientific wolf. And basically what the students are going to be doing is they're going to be listening to me read the 3 little pigs and the scientific wolf. And then on the worksheet it has a box for each simple machine, and then it has the example that you hear in the story. And so the kids have to write in an example that they hear from the story in each simple machine box. So, for example, a can opener, maybe that's going to be used in the story. So the can opener needs to be written next to the wedge, or bicycle wheels need to be written next to wheel and axle. So those are a couple things they will hear in the story. So then I'll read the 3 little pigs and the scientific wolf. And I didn't have that book with me. I left it at school, but it's a great book. After reading, all the students walk, pair, share what kinds of simple machines they heard in the story, and then we'll just have a little discussion about it as a group, what we heard. And that's all we'll really do for day 1, because the story is going to take a bit to read, then we want to talk about it. So then day 2, and really this is kind of going to take, I imagine it taking 2 days instead of just 1 day, but that's okay. However much time you have, it depends on how much time you give the students. So we'll discuss with students what kinds of traps the 3 little pigs tried to make to catch the wolf, and then we'll discuss the simple machine they could use in their trap. And then I'll tell the students they are going to be working in groups to try and create a successful trap that catches the wolf, or successful machine that catches the wolf. And they'll probably be in about groups of 3. Then I'll go through the criteria. So let's see. They are limited to, I'll tell them they're limited to these materials. They have to have at least 2 simple machines. The trap must hold 1 wolf and cannot injure it, because some of them are going to want to crush it. So cannot injure it. Must demonstrate how they can trap. The trap will work once it is complete. And then the trap must be constructed on a flat surface. And I'll give them the cardboard, again, to construct it on that flat surface. Then the students will get a worksheet that looks, I do have this one, that looks like this. And I got this off of Teachers Pay Teachers. It's fantastic. And so they will, I'll try to zoom in on it. So they'll have to brainstorm an idea on here. And they have to label the materials for their trap. They must be sure to write down the 2 simple machines that they are using. So you can see they can just check off down here what simple machine they use. And then once the students sketch their machine, they have to come up and get it approved by me, so that way I can see that they truly do have 2 simple machines there. And then they can begin constructing it. I'll explain to the students that things might not work once they start putting it together, and that's okay. I mean, that's what you kind of want to happen, and you want them to be able to problem solve. So they may need to work, I'll tell them they may need to make changes as they go through their design, and they need to make sure that they are testing their trap as they, are making these changes. And then after they have a successful trap, they need to draw a sketch of their final model and label the materials that they used, and then they must fill out the reflection part. So this is another part of the thing I got off Teacher Paid Teachers. So you can see it says here, sketch and label your team's final design here, include your simple machines, what materials did your team use, and just some reflection questions that ask, and these are yes or no questions that they're circled. Our wolf catching machine used only the materials provided. Our wolf catching machine chose at least 2 simple machines, and they named them. The trap held at least 1 wolf and did not injure him. And then another one is like, I participated in the design and construction of my machine. And then the 2 that they have to write in a response for is explain how your group's wolf catching machine works. And then if you were to construct a new wolf catching machine, what would you improve or change? So then, after they fill that out, and they are all the groups are finished, they'll share their traps with the group, and then they'll kind of go through their reflection sheet about what kind of changes they would make next. So there is my my wolf catching machine activity for the engineering standards